this guy. This guy started out as one of the weaker players for Samsung, actually, in my opinion. One of the weaker Kessel players to qualify for Code A last year. Was looking like he was a one-trick pony, a cheeser, always proxying, never playing straight up. He was not confident. He was not comfortable with macroing. A lot of people were disappointed, saying, where's the Stork we know for Brood War? Well, here he is. 5 wins in a row, now 10-8. He has the up arrow. 6, in fact, yeah. 5 wins in a row shown. And this guy has, beyond that, advanced to the round of 16 of Code S, which is no easy feat. And what does this guy have to show in comparison? It's hard to vote for SalvatioN right now with his current standing versus Stork. 5 losses in a row.
4 of those being against Protoss.
Yeah.
Definitely not his strongest matchup.
No, not at all. And I mean, yeah, just looking at the statistics alone, this is going to be a very hard-fought match for SalvatioN. I'm wondering what he's going to bring to this. Is he going to try anything kind of cheesy, or is he going to play a straight-up game on Frost? A very big map, a very good map for Protoss.
It's hard to cheese here as a Terran.
It is.
It's really hard to cheese.
Yep, 4-player map.
Well, he's got his fingers crossed right now. He's hoping for not cross spawns. He wants close spawns. As close as you could call close on this map. Let's jump into game number 2. Samsung versus Prime on Frost.
LTA는 SK텔레콤.
Up here on the top left in the pink for Samsung Galaxy Con, it's Stork.
And down, or up, I guess I should say over here to the top right, for Prime, it's SalvatioN. And now, one thing I really want to more comments.
Congratulating Kanata on getting into Grandmaster.
Yep. But for those of you who do not know, Kanata actually is a former pro gamer in StarCraft 1, very famous, and obviously still plays StarCraft 2 at a very high level. I think he plays random, in fact.
Oh, really?
Yeah. So getting into Grandmaster with random is like no easy feat.
No, that's actually very impressive.
But going back to what I was going to say before we got that sign, SalvatioN is obviously not favored here, but we all said the same thing when Ainz played against Stork. And Ainz was able to pull off a miracle, right? That did happen. So maybe we could see this again.
Yeah, I mean, I wouldn't count SalvatioN out by any means, but I mean, just looking at statistics, it doesn't look the greatest. So we're really going to have to wait and see exactly how he's playing and what his plan is for this game. I mean, at least their bases are kind of close by air, so drops can make some can do effect. Well, if he's going to go for kind of like a drop-orientated build.
SalvatioN going for CC first on this map. Going to be a bit greedy, but you know, this is the map to do it if you're going to go for it. And
it's very brave against Stork, in my opinion, to do this.
I mean, it's a risk, and I think he needs to take risks in order to beat Stork right now. So I actually like it.
Yeah, I can see it working for sure. He's going to be scouted last at this point, so he's definitely going to have a lot of time to get it up.
That bag has a lot of city names on it.
Yeah,
it's a very popular bag in Korea. I don't know why.
Traveling a lot.
I always wonder about that. I'm like, have you been to all this places? I'm pretty sure you haven't. But
no.
I think I want to get a handbag that has like a bunch of like names of like fake places from like different movies and stuff, like Alderaan, like King's Landing, and like
yeah, that'd be cool.
Westville. What's the place? I don't know, but something like that. That would be my version.
Are they like Stork fangirls? Who are they for exactly?
The ones with the bag that we saw earlier.
Yeah,
I think they were because I saw them like fist pumping and stuff earlier. Oh, it's the proxy Stargate on 4-player map build again. We've seen him do this before.
This is going to do a lot of damage too, considering it's a CC first. This could definitely end the game early. It's going to entirely depend on how many Marines get out and where they are, and if they all get picked off or not. This could definitely kill.
Funnily enough, I would say that Stork would be heavily favored, especially in the late game, especially in PvT, but he decides to go for a bit of a cheese himself.
Well, I mean,
very Stork.
This can always transition too. I mean, it can do damage, and they can expand behind it with a huge economy advantage.
Yeah, that's true.
So I mean, it's not too all in by any means.
Oh, it's definitely not all in. Yeah.
Yeah.
Let's see how he decides to play this, because it's very unlikely, but still possible. Actually, he pops a Void Ray out. and then waits and then puts the second one out. Especially because for him right now, he's like wondering, he's like, where's your scout? You don't have a scout. Why aren't you scouting me? So he might actually be thinking like, he doesn't even know what I'm doing at all. And maybe I could just pool Void Rays. Okay, no, it's going to be Oracles, but I like Void Rays myself personally. So
Void Rays are cool. It's like
you were hoping so much.
I mean, it is something we saw a lot more in Wings of Liberty, the kind of like the Void Ray timings. I mean, it could maybe work still, but I mean,
well, it's just
Oracle is much more safer, I feel, and it looks like he's going straight for the Marines. I
Well,
don't think he can really
know.
deal with that many. That's at this point.
Well, with the Stalker,
With the Stalker,
actually.
I think he can.
If he pokes enough.
The Stalker and the Mothership
He's got
core.
a second one on the way as well. He's going straight in there before the bunker's done. Stalker's over here going to pick off this SCV first.
Oh, he hides the Oracle smartly.
Very smart.
Oh.
Wow. Oh, so much cheekiness. And these Marines are coming out.
Uh-oh. He actually...
What the...
Well, that was very much the Stork of like last year.
That was
we just saw right there.
Very brutal mistake. And SalvatioN instantly putting down turrets. So he's going to be very ready for this.
Let's see how many he makes actually, because he killed the first Oracle straight up. So he's probably like, do I even need 3? Probably not.
Probably just 2, but
it's not finished yet.
Oh,
that was very clutch timing for this to come in here. The Marines are actually just like not coming down. Now they are.
Oh, he kills it once again.
Oh,
but
good.
240 out of 250 there.
Yeah.
Does a bit of damage, but I mean, losing that first Oracle like that, completely unnecessary. Just a bit of a micro mistake, not paying attention. Definitely puts SalvatioN in a really good position.
Let's not forget he still did get a few kills with that Oracle, 6 in total. Did he make a third? I don't think so, right?
Nah.
So Stargate's a big investment, not only in that his Nexus is late, but it's 150 gas spent on a structure that's no longer going to be useful in the late game, plus 300 gas spent on Oracles. He cannot lose the second one.
No, he cannot. But, I mean, he cannot really find any way to do damage with it either. I mean, sure, later he can, like, kind of get vision of the army by flying in and out again, but, I mean, that's all he can really do at this point. There's not going to be any sort of place to do harassment, really, unless he kind of wedges in between them, but he's putting himself in a very dangerous position here.
Oh, you know what? I love this. This is why that second turret is so important.
Yeah, I'm very surprised he didn't put down a second turret.
Yep, 4 more kills. They're going up to 10, so second Oracle gets a lot of value.
I feel like if you kill the first Oracle, you don't need 3 turrets. You don't need the turret that's on your production facilities, but you need 2 still most likely.
I mean, it's only natural to put down 2 to protect your SCVs without having to put your Marines near them all the time.
Right, and keep in mind also that later on, that turret can also be helpful against Warp Prism harass on this map. That's almost an inevitability.
Inevitability?
Yeah.
It's
Inevitable?
a really hard word to say. But
Inevitable?
It's inevitable that we will see Warp
Don't
Prism
worry,
harass on this map.
I still say orientated sometimes. I'm like, yeah.
Well,
I don't know English properly.
How English?
Well, he can't English, but it's
How
fine.
are you English?
It's cool, man. I can't Australian either.
And we see a robotics facility go down. Robotics.
Oh, and that
Bing.
scan sees exactly what Stork is doing. Sees everything.
This actually gives him a great timing to put down, get out enough Vikings to really deal with this in due time.
God, he is just getting the money out of this one. He's
Yeah.
like, well, I lost the first one. I got to make sure this one's just twice as good
Yeah,
as an
pretty
Oracle's
much.
supposed to be.
And we're going to see a bit of the Marine Marauder timing, kind of force out that Nexus cannon early. Kind of apply some pressure, maybe force out some unwanted warp-ins. Oh, wow. If he was paying attention, he could have got the kill.
Yeah.
Well,
2 medevacs on the way.
Medivacs actually do a lot of damage here. Colossus is not out, only halfway done.
He needs the Nexus Cannon right away.
Yeah, forcing out some warp-ins here, so he should have enough to deal
Notice the
with it.
patience. He like doesn't even use it. He's like, wait until you have all your units here and I can force you in. If he wants to fight underneath it. The first Colossus is out here. And actually, I don't even think he's going to commit. It doesn't look like he's going to go around.
He's going to try something here, but
This is a weird angle to try to go for this. I'd rather see him go towards the main.
Yeah, I didn't agree with this. It could get very messy here.
This could backfire hard if he actually tries to unload. Like, is he actually queuing an unload?
Yes,
So he's going to try and get some perks here. He could actually get a couple.
Yeah, he needs to get out like right away though.
He actually, I think he got like 5 there.
That was pretty cool. That was also pretty cool. Like, what's going on over here? He gets 1 more kill. Oracle's like doing this while he's microing at home. Like, these 2 are gods.
Yeah, very impressive play. And
puts down the turret first before he
That's
puts down
actually really
the CC.
smart.
yeah, kind of a necessity with this Oracle roaming so much.
Could still get that SCV if it's on the right side of the CC, but It's going to depend on that timing. Oracle's coming in.
And I don't think we've seen any sort of Viking.
He lost the Oracle, by the way. I just saw that. He ran it over the turret.
Yeah, I don't see any. I think it's a big problem that we don't see any Vikings just yet. I feel like it could be a mistake because there's already 2 Colossus out now, and we could definitely see a timing here.
Well, it's funny because he's also not making any medevacs either. Like, he's actually just not using his starport.
It's weird too because he has the gas to do it, but he's just not at the moment.
Yeah, I mean, I was thinking maybe he was saving it for his upgrades, but like you said, he still actually has enough.
Well, there's 2 more medevacs coming out, but I mean, he's going to see these Colossus very soon, and he's going to be like, well, I didn't make any Vikings, and he could be in a horrible position. We'll have to wait and see if Stork is going to go for either a 3rd base or he's going to go straight for the kill.
Yeah. I actually think he's going to take a 3rd base.
Yeah.
Well, this probe indicates that as well.
He's going to try, but it's going to fail the first time.
He like changes his mind now. He's like, actually, never mind. Like, you've gone too far.
Yep. There's a Colossus shown. Are we going to see Vikings start being made?
Well, you know, he did stop at 2 Colossi, that is. He made a couple of Immortals as well.
Yeah, but I mean, even 2 Colossus is enough to warrant at least maybe like 6 Vikings, I feel.
Yeah, I agree.
Yeah.
Especially because he hasn't gotten to the point where he's mostly Marauder yet. He's still mostly Marine.
Yeah, and I mean, like, he's going straight into Templar, which is also very good. Very great move. Going to force out Ghost earlier
really
than he
smart
wanted.
Here by Salvation. He's going to force a cancel, I think. Maybe not quite.
Just in position here.
What, May snipes some Templar? Not quite either.
Wow.
Wow.
Some bold moves here. Some nice moves, but just not enough here.
Finally, the first Viking comes on the production tab. Just one.
Just one.
Out of that reactor starport.
And we're seeing a reaction from Stork here. Kind of a counterattack at this point.
Well, you know, he's got the Storms and a couple Colossi. He's on the chase.
He's got the tech, actually. He's got the tech to kill right now. He's got Storm and Colossi. I mean, there's 1 Viking out so far, and no Ghosts whatsoever. So tech-wise, he's in a horrible position.
Yeah, he's stimmed a lot, too. This fake Colossus is going to make it a lot harder, actually, to know what to target with his Marauders if he tries to fight this. You know what this strikes me as is just a lack of confidence here by Salvation. A lot of the choices he's made this game. He's like, not even going to try to fight this, but I don't blame him for that. But if he doesn't fight this, then
oh boy,
he's got a 3rd base against him when Storm is out, and he knows that too. I don't know.
It's only going to get worse from here.
Right, he has to fight when he's got a large army advantage, I feel.
Yep.
He has upgrades that are actually better right now than Stork's as well. He's at 2-2 versus 2-1 right now, with the 2nd Forge coming up right now. I think this is the moment to fight. It's like his last chance, arguably.
Well,
here.
if he had more Vikings, it would be his moment to fight. But I feel like at the moment he's simply going to get AoE down by Colossus and Storm. He doesn't have the answer for either at the moment, which is a big problem.
Yeah, I mean, I think everything you're saying is correct. For me, I'm just like, it's almost like a catch-22 because if he doesn't fight now, then he faces more problems later. But if he does fight now, he doesn't quite have enough. It's like he needed to try to force an engagement that was unfavorable for Stork, or his Colossi were out of position, or like he could maybe snipe some Templar, but he just couldn't do it.
I feel like he kind of should have just really transitioned a lot earlier, like when he had the time to do it. And it looks like he's kind of trying to get the main army out of position for this Doom drop.
Oh, this could actually be really good right now.
Could do something.
Cannon goes down on the Nexus, and he's trying to attack at the front as well, but that's not going to do much with the Colossi. Has to be careful of this one that just popped out. That's going to be sniped down.
Wow.
Actually, he can just stay here. He doesn't have to leave. He can keep fighting. He's micring over here. Meanwhile, God, he's actually playing so well right now, and Stork has not split his units at all. He just simply hasn't. It's not even like he didn't split it well. He just did not
This
at all.
counterattack could very well kill. I mean, he's afraid of 4 Zealots while the army is barreling down on his 3rd base.
Yeah, this is a big problem. He lifted up those units in the medevacs unnecessarily. Now, you know, since Stork did not send anything home, he's got this strong army that's poised to at least kill this 3rd base. Maybe even all the SCVs are there. Yeah, they're going
They're
on.
being hunted down, man.
Oh, we see a drop from behind, looking to kind of take this army from 2 ways, which is a very good idea considering there are no Ghosts. There are enough Vikings, though.
Sentry's getting brave and fighting alone. Storms go down, good splits though, but it's not that many units.
Wow.
Good splits in the Vikings as well, but still, Colossus lives. More feedbacks go down.
These Immortals can actually target the Marauders with Zealots to come over and tank. He needs to land the Vikings, I feel, if he really wants to secure a win here on this fight. Winning this fight is not going to win him the game, but you know, it's going to at least allow him to survive, but I don't think he can even do that. He's way up on upgrades. In fact, right now, the +2 attack is still not done, but it doesn't matter, I guess. I mean, he will survive.
I think Stork is really overextending right here. Like, he's got to be careful not to just throw away his units like this, but he is definitely in a very commanding lead. I think, did he lose all his Vikings? I can't check exactly, but
He lost a good amount of them, almost all of them, I would say.
like to the point where like Colossus now are going to do even more.
Yeah, and that's why he switched back into making those Colossi. He's got one on the field. He's got one about to pop as well. And again, just having so many of these Zealots plus the Archons to tank is just so good. Nice drop coming over there at the 4th base. Going to cancel that.
Yeah, but
can he survive, though? That's
his
the question.
natural is the problem.
That one Archon at the back is like so much value in this army, and now the second one as well. There's the Storm. That's lights out here. There's no way out of this one.
So much damage. So much economic damage. And I mean, look at the 133 to 66 at this point. It's looking very one-sided. Supply is just not keeping up. The economy is gone. Stork in such a commanding lead at this point of the game. He is so good at this point of the game. Like when he gets to his tech, when he gets to his Colossus and Templar, he's just another level.
Yeah, well, it's just Frost in general too is really good for this.
Gives you a lot of time, that's for sure.
This Colossus may not ever see the light of day, but is that really going to be what changes the game? He's half the supply right now of Stork. The upgrade advantage that he has can't really be carried over here. In fact, I think he might have even canceled 3-3 to actually make more units. Okay, no, he does have 3-3. But he's only going to have one upgrade advantage, and it's not going to be forever.
The biggest discrepancy right now is in Worker, 74 to 17. He's trying to make more. He's making 3 at a time, but still he's so far behind there. The armies are pretty close, but again, the army of Stork is way more expensive.
Yeah, absolutely. At this point, like I feel like it's almost at the point. At the point where it's just a matter of attacking to end this. The army is just way too big. Yeah. Twice the supply like this. There's no reason not to. Kind of just getting enough energy on the Templar, getting enough kind of units to guard the Colossus, and dealing with these pesky drops. I mean, after they're all dealt with, it's just a matter of attacking.
Yeah. It's time to end it, Stork says. Just warping in a few Zealots here at home will be easily able to clean this up. And this base no longer...
Will it finally die is the question, man. It is being lifted
so. It's burning.
Yeah.
And now he's going to go for one final drop this. He's like, wait, let me fix you up. He's like, I don't have time.
And he gets out of here, and Stork's going to have free reign of the natural and main. I mean, can this drop do anything against what Stork has at home? Stork will obviously have a big warp in ready, maybe some Templar.
Even if this comes to a base race, like an elimination race, I don't think Stork can lose.
No. Well, I mean, like, he'll simply just bring a probe to the other side of the map and, like, camp him with his army. I mean, there's simply no way to win a base trade. I mean, that is a lot of Marauders for sure. But
that's actually like pure Marauder. Is that, what, 16 Marauders, I guess?
There's like one Marine in there.
There's one small little guy in there.
One little Marine camping in there.
He's trying
one
to be
of these
like
things
his big
is
brothers,
not like the others. He turns around, in fact.
Yeah, he's just like, oh, well, I'll deal with it. Oh, feedback on every single medivac.
No more healing.
No more healing.
And actually, he's just going to try to cut him off. Meanwhile, more SEs are dying over here. He's only got 9 left to kill.
Yeah. Right now, it's...
Oh, God, did he not kill that base? I think it's like so low, isn't it? Oh, no, it's not. That was the energy level that was low.
Well,
his blink is done. Blink is done. He can actually just blink into the main now.
Yeah, well, I don't know if he wants to blink in main against that many Marauders.
Well, with the Zealots here, I think he's fine.
Yeah, he should be right. They surely would be damaged by now.
There's a focus on the medevacs. Those units are all alone. There's GG.
And, you know, he had 3-3 completed there at the end as well.
A valiant effort.
It really was. I mean, he definitely kept Stork on his toes there in the mid-game. Even after Stork hurt himself, he stubbed his toes with that Oracle dying right away. But otherwise, you know, pretty brilliant transition into Colossi Storm. Very safe.
And kind of a lack of transition for Salvation to kind of deal with both of them. If he had kind of one of them covered, he can kind of compensate with like maybe like a bigger bio ground army sort of and better angles. But I mean, he didn't really have the counter for the Colossus.
He just didn't really like stick to the basics even. Like he didn't do like a lazy boy push with 3 ghosts. He didn't do like
the basics.
I mean, he didn't actually like. Well, I mean, those are like the basic builds on that map for this matchup.
For those positions as well.
Vikings at all. He was missing his medevac cycles. His drops were solid. I mean, that much I will give him.
That's what he was trying to do. It seemed like he was just trying to get as many medevacs as possible, drop all over the place, and try to like bring Stork out of his game. But Stork was solid.
Yeah. Stork looking very good these days. You know, besides the Oracle mishap early on, he just looks very, very strong.
7 in a row now.
Yeah, that's actually
Keep
really
that going.
impressive.